Wednesday, February 17, 2021. We're here at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for a 1-hour live chat. So I don't really have an agenda today, so we're just going to go with the flow. So we're going to wait for more people to get into the room. And I'm also going to pull you all up on my phone so I can read your chat comments. All right. So it looks like I'm showing 11 people in the chat room right now. So I'm in here like another minute early or so. So we'll give people a chance to come into the chat. And while we're doing that, I'm just squaring up half square triangles that were left over from previous projects so that I can use them in a future project and have them ready to go. Hope you all had a wonderful week thus far. I myself have been snowed in. I was snowed in on Sunday to Monday. I got out yesterday at, they finally cleared up a little bit of the street trying to go to the post office. But that was about it. So we'll start reading these comments. I got 23 people I'm showing now. So, but I got this whole bag of half square triangles that are extras, and it's hundreds in this bag, probably about 300 or 400 here. I've got 100 here that I've done already, and I've squared up. Not these big ones in the back. Those are just extras, but I probably got like another 50 in my hand that's already been squared up. So I got lots of half square triangles. Like either square them up so we can use them or get rid of them. So it's hard for me to pitch them, so I'm squaring them up. Close this. Let's see who's in the chat room tonight. Let's see. Got Quote Gal here. She says, hi, T and everyone from Maryland. Here comes 6 plus inches of snow. And that's probably, we got around that much, probably even more we had snow for 3 days. So Vivian Cabby is here saying, hi, T and everyone. She says, Georgia, no snow. Diane says, hi, everyone, in T. Diane 57. Lynette Williams is here saying hello to everyone. Hi, Lynette. Vicky Lemire is here saying hello. Lynette says, Texas got slammed. I've been stuck in 4 days. Yeah, and that was weird because they started out with rain and high winds, and I don't know what you all ended up with in the end, but I know you all had a lot of power outages, so just be safe there. Lisa Pegg says, I'm here because I'm always late. How are you, Quote Gal and Vivian? Oh, she's saying she was here early. I think it's just changed her word to Army. Phyllis G is here, says hi to everyone from North Carolina. Phyllis, you stay around, hang around. Got something for you later. Lisa Pegg says, hi, Vicky. What time tomorrow? I don't know what that is. Robin Boyd says, hello, Miss T and everyone. Hi, Robin. Teresa McCormick says, hi, TNT Quilters. I'm sure I'm not alone, but I am in need of a big hug. Virtual, of course. Yes, I think we could all use a big hug. And the funny thing is, this lock-in, for me, I guess it was the same because we've been kind of in lockdown for Corona. But then when I finally decide to go out and go to the post office, and my post office has been closed for 2 days due to no internet. So some of our areas lost power. Some of our areas lost their internet. So that's what happened to our post office. And of course, I do prepaid posting online, and I've never had to go to a different post office. So I wasn't sure if I could even drop my packages off. But out today that you can drop off packages at any post office. It doesn't have to be at the originating post office like online tells you that it has to be. So that was good information I learned today. So I just want to share that in case somebody else might need that information. Got my friend Deborah Quilts here. She says, hi, T and fellow quilters. And matter of fact, I'm going to make my friend a moderator just because. Teresa says, I'm thanking you in advance. She's talking about for the hugs. Sheila Willis is here saying, good evening, everyone. In cold in Tennessee, we're supposed to get rain and ice tonight and tomorrow. Of course, the weathermen don't really know. Of course they don't. Janet Macro says, good evening, T and quilters. Hello, Janet. Kim Burris is here, says, hi, T and T quilters. Maria Mayer, you hang around too. Got something for you. You and Phyllis G. I hope Phyllis is still here. She says, hi, 10 everyone. Don't know how long I'll be with you. Having power rollouts in Houston. No power yesterday for 24 hours, but power today, at least for now. So hopefully it'll last for a few minutes. Trying to see if I can find one other person in the chat. Lynette Williams says, had to give my thumbs up and share. Thank you. Appreciate that. Kim Burris saying hello to everyone. Hi, Kim. Welcome, Kevin the Quilter. He says, have you gone sledding yet, Miss T? Hey, T Quilters. Absolutely not. I have stepped into snow. I'm sure it was higher than 6 inches, but I've walked in it. That's enough for me. Lynette says, I'm actually quilting today. I've been stuck in since Sunday. Jackie K out of Canada says, hello, TNT Quilters. Did you all enjoy pancakes on Tuesday? Pancakes on Tuesday? I did not eat pancakes on Tuesday. My brother is here, Ray. He says, hi, everyone. Hope you all are staying safe and warm. Kim says, I stayed inside and stayed warm. Judy is here saying, hello, TNT Quilters. Joyce Hernandez says, hello, T and everyone. Hi, Joyce, and welcome. Elaine Doucette's here says, big fat pancakes this morning. Maxie Doodle says, good evening, T and friends. Judy Smith says, hey, T and all. Maddie Barnum says, hi, T and everyone. I got my Wi-Fi back. That's great. Cheryl Klutz here saying, hello, T and T Quilters. LeConte Middleton is saying hi to everyone. And Nisi Moss here saying, hey, T and everybody. And Rush is here says, hi, T and T Quilters. Hi, Ann. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to live chat. Darcy Savali is here. She says, hi, T and everyone from Minnesota. Just want to tell any one of you that are having problems because of the weather, just want to let you know that I said a prayer for you all. Well, that's nice. Thank you so much. Betty says, T, did you get your long arm going again? That's the topic. That's the only topic I got tonight. So I'll come back to that. C-Rex says, hello from Houston. No power or water. Pure madness. Oh, my gosh. I didn't know you all didn't have water either. So sorry about that. Ann says, my 6-year-old and I are back. He's been excited for an hour for T Live YouTube. Now, that's pretty cool. Well, thank you, Ann. Annette says, yes, hugs needed here, too, if I don't get out this house. He says he's got a kids machine for his birthday, and we're working on making him a face mask. Now, that's pretty cool. When I guess he gets to pick some fun fabrics, that's even better. That'll be fun. And Diane is saying, she's in Houston saying, everything is closed. Wow. Deborah Sims Brown says, hello, T and everyone. Darlene Crosby says, hi, T and everyone. Hope everyone is doing well and staying warm. Bonita Nance is here. Hey, Bonita. She says, hi, Miss T and everyone. Tom Eckery says, hi, T and T Quilters. Hope you're staying warm and hit that thumbs up button. Thank you for the reminder, Tom. Doris is also saying, remember to hit the thumbs up. Teresa Louise is here saying, hello, T. Remo JS says, hello, T and everyone from Freezing Bowery, Maryland. Oh, so happy birthday, Vicky, and thank you. So happy birthday, Vicky. That must be what's going on. I missed something. I do the birthday. I didn't get any birthday call outs for the month of February, so I don't know who's had birthdays this month. So nobody submitted their birthdays for the month of February. So if you have a March birthday or a birthday in any month of the year and you want me to give you a shout out, I do birthday shout outs on the first Wednesdays of the month. Send me an email to teaquilts@teaquilts.com and I will put you on my birthday list. Diane says we don't have pharmacy in this county. Janice Miller says hello, TNT Quilters. Angela Stringer says, good evening, y'all. Chili and Lee Summit. Remo says, thumbs up, please, everybody. Peggy O'Connor is here, says, hi, TNT Quilters. Hope you all are well. I'm listening and sewing my swap blocks. Yes. Phyllis says, T, are you using the Brooklyn rotary mat, right? Do you like it better than the Martelli rotary mat? That's like a loaded question for me. I am using a Brooklyn revolver mat, and I have not had any problems with my Brooklyn revolver mat. I don't cut my pieces on here, so I'm one of those cutters that I never use my mat to cut. Only time I use my mat for lines is when it was bigger than any of the rulers that I have in my collection. So I use my ruler for the most part to cut my pieces. So I don't need lines on my mat per se. This mat was out first as the first rotating rotary cutting mat. I have not tried the Martelli mat, and the reason why I say that's like a loaded question for me is because I am not a Martelli fan. So I will not be spending any of my coins. I do have something that a quilter gave to me because she couldn't even resell it. I'm going to do a demo on it at some point in my life, but it's not important that I put it up high on my to-do list. But I'm just not a fan of theirs just because of their business practices. And so I have some difficulties where some things have happened to me personally, and I don't feel that it was right. And so I just don't shop with them anymore. Now, I do have a couple of about 2 or 3 Martelli rotary cutters, and I do like the rotary cutters. But as far as me buying anything else, I am not buying anything else Martelli. Just my personal. So I can't help you with that. Now, there is another company out that has some pink rotary mats, and I'm blocking her name right now, but I got it marked, and I'm going to try her mats. And she's a English paper piecer, and she has some rotary mats that rotate. So I'm going to try one of her mats to compare it to how the Brooklyn revolver rotates. So I will be doing an update on that, but I don't know about the Martelli. So I don't know. Damali J, I just see that you've come in. She says, hello, Miss T and Quilters from Fort Washington, Maryland, staying warm. And that's the other person that I was looking for to come in. And the reason why I was looking for Maria and Phyllis G and Damali is because Damali J has blessed one of my quilters, she said, with whoever ordered after her when she bought that kit a couple of weeks ago. She was saying that she will pay for that person's kit. So what I have done instead is I'm just going to, and she gave me options where I could keep it for myself. You can give it to them. You can do whatever you want with it. And me, I like passing things forward. And so what I'm going to do is for Phyllis G and Maria Mayer, because you are the two that had the kits that you ordered, I'm going to just refund half of them so that it goes to both of you. So what she gave me, I'm just going to split between the both of you. So that way, you've only paid half price for your order. So thank you, Damali, for blessing me and my tea quilters. We appreciate it. And I just wanted to put it live on camera because she didn't have to do that. That was really sweet of her to actually do that. So what she gave me, I will be sending to you all. She ordered and paid for her order and then added extra on. So I'll be just splitting that between you two. So thank you again for your support. And both of you all paid through CashApp. So once I get off the live, I'll be sending you money back through CashApp. So that's how I'm going to reimburse you back. Okay. So that's great. Kim Burris is also reminding everybody of the thumbs up. Please share, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get notifications. Yes. And for new people, anybody here new, we are live on Wednesdays where I do a standard sewing chat. No, I do a standard live chat. And I don't really do any sewing, but right now I happen to be squaring up half square triangles, so maybe I'll do more. And then also, I do sewing chats on Saturday nights, and we start at 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. for those night owls. And I do an actual sewing chat where I sew on one of my projects and then chat to you all as I'm working on it. That's a 2-hour live. Other question I got answered. I know other people have come in. Just trying to get through some of this. Sheila says, I watched the new dye reveal. I was not over the moon about them. You are absolutely correct. And that's why I don't really get excited about their secretive 2 weeks of anticipation of waiting to see what the new dyes are for AccuQuilt. And it was a coffee cup and tea dye as well as dinosaur dye. And I'm like, neither one of them impressed me. So I wasn't really impressed. So I didn't have to even worry about buying those. So yeah, you're right, Sheila. But in answer to the question, I want to answer the question about my long arm and what's the status of my long arm. If you all are not aware, my long arm started acting up when I was quilting the quilt from the fabric that I made that Judy sent me. I was trying to get that quilt quilted so I could show it in my December completed project. Well, when it messed up, I had so many other things on my agenda for the month of December that I was like, I don't have time to mess with this. And it just started stitching sporadic. I had a panto going that had stitched 3 complete rows with no problem. I did my nesting and rolled my quilt. And then I'm going to say about 12 inches to 15 inches into the 4th row, it started stitching sporadically. And my friend Kevin offering to take out those stitches this month, so I took it off the long arm because he was like, it's blocking you and you're not moving forward, so I'm going to take those stitches out for you. So take it off the long arm and get it to me, or I'm going to start taking these apart. So I'm like, okay. So I took it off my long arm, gives it to Kevin, and as Kevin's taking out stitches, he's telling me that it has back stitched a few times. So it like stitched the same design over itself, but it may have moved over like 1/8 of an inch or so. So, and I wasn't even aware that it had done that. So Kevin picked that up as he was picking out the stitches because I didn't even recognize it. So I have talked with people in support groups trying to figure out what's wrong with this machine. I thought it was my car. It wasn't plugged all the way in because it was kind of it was starting to come out of the socket because I have my socket underneath one of my long arm frame pieces and I have a surge protector on it, and I saw that it wasn't all the way in. So when I took the quilt off and I saw that, I go, oh, then my problem is solved. I just wasn't getting full juice. Well, no, that wasn't it because I made sure everything was plugged in. I plugged my machine and my electronic component into wall outlets so I would know for sure that they were getting original power source. And it still was not working. So then I went on to the group, and that's when I started asking people for some assistance. And they were telling me that I got a string stuck somewhere. So I have laid on my back underneath this machine. I have been trying to find this so-called one string that's lost somewhere on my black motor box, and I can't find it. And I finally started talking this weekend with the general manager of Quilt Easy, which is, I use the Butler computerized system. It's just I have a very good rapport with the company. I think everybody that I talked to in that company, they have been very patient with me this whole weekend because I've just been kind of letting it sit because I didn't have time to deal with the stress of trying to figure out what was wrong with the computerized components of my machine. So I've been kind of ignoring it. But this weekend, I was contacted because they got new versions are starting to come out and they were looking for beta testers. And so I was one of their beta testers, and they were just letting me know that they were going to send me some new software they wanted me to install. Well, and I had to tell him I can't install it right now because I'm having some issues with my machine. He go, what issues? Because I had never even contacted them before about it. Because I was just waiting and buying time, hoping that I could get it running myself. And so he has been on the phone with me over the weekend. I was also on a virtual retreat. So between the retreat and me working with Butler throughout the weekend, we could not figure out where a string was. If my belts was loose, we tightened belts. Found out that I have some older style pulleys on my belt. Like my pulley has an old style crank. It's easier for them. So they're going to send me some replacement parts. And then I also, today, that's what I needed to mail at the post office, is that I mailed back my actual black box to Butler so that they can check the motors in there. They think that one of the motors may be out in my box, so we're not absolutely sure yet at this time. But remember that the person that I purchased my system from when I first purchased it, they're no longer Butler representatives. So it's just a good thing that I had already established a good rapport with the general manager at Butler. So I feel like it's going to work out in the end. So I am in that middle phase of trying to figure out what's wrong with it. I don't know how long my box is going to be gone. Again, it's going to take longer than norm because I couldn't even drop my box off for 2 days. I tried dropping it off yesterday and it didn't get there till today. So then you got to remember, just because I got it to the post office, that doesn't mean it's going to be moving anywhere with all this crazy weather we got. So it's going to be a while before you all hear any update on the long arm. Now, I can free motion. I just got to go over there now and figure out if there's a way for me to maybe use some fabric salvages and tie down all the wires that hook up my electronic components because they are just hanging off of my machine at this point. So I guess I can do some free motion quilting on it. But most of my jobs, when I have quilts for my customers, I got 3 customer quilts. They are all panto style, and it's a different price for panto and free motion and custom. So I don't want to be doing quilt work that I'm not getting paid for. So I'm kind of waiting on my equipment to come back. So that's the update on that. And Remo says, thanks everyone, I'm cancer free. Yes, honey, yes. She must have had a test. Okay, that's awesome. June says, hi, June Hansen says, hi, Tina. And we have a lot of Junes and a lot of Judys in this group. So I try to make sure I get those last names. Ian says, video game controllers theme fabric. Now that's fun. I'm sure he's going to like that. Maria says, happy birthday to Vicky. Cheryl says, we are on a well and no electricity, no power, so no water, running generators. Wow. And I had some friends, I told you all from Ohio, that went to Texas, and they were saying that the place they were at least had generators, so that was pretty cool. I was glad that they at least had that. And Ella Odom says, hello, Miss T and Quilters. Hi, Ella. People are still saying happy birthday to Vicky. I hope Vicky is reading the comments. Lila Dickers here says, hello, T and everyone from Lee Summit, Missouri. Hello and welcome. Lisa Pegg says, hello, Miss T. My son and grands called. Yes, get here when you get here, girl. Diane says, we need help. This is a disaster. And I know it's going to be a disaster. And they got to send some stuff into Texas. And I was seeing on the news, I don't live in Texas, so I don't know how real the news is when it reaches up this far. But they were saying that they hadn't done their winter preparedness on their electricity. And that's part of the problem. So I'm sure it's going to be a mess for a while. Elaine says, has anyone ever tried to fix a warp mat? I have a warp mat and I just cut them. I know people say that you can put them in, you can heat them up and put them in hot water and then you sit heavy stuff on it. But I haven't been fortunate in getting mine to lay back flat. I guess mine have been really warped. I just cut them into smaller pieces and use them as smaller turn mats that I can turn manually with by my hand. So Claudette Bettis is here. She says, hello, Tina, everyone. Hi, Claudette. It's surprising to see you here on Wednesday. Maxie Doodle says, not a Mortelli fan either. Business reasons, too. And Seabeck says, yes, Elaine, it doesn't work. Ended up throwing it away. See? Somebody else is saying that, too. Prayers, Diane. You need much more than they need. Get your governor on board to help guys. Darlene says, Sue Daly has pink rotating mats. Thank you, because I couldn't remember her name, but I do have it written down. I've been doing some checking to see, and I was going to order from Amazon, but then Amazon got me all confused, so I'm not going to be able to get a discount on Sue Daly's mat. I'm going to have to go order it straight from her at regular price or I may try Quilting Today. My problem with Amazon was that they were showing a Sue Daly mat, but then they had a different name on it, like Fabric Cafe. I can't remember what the name was. It was a different name on the mat, and I wasn't sure if it was a true Sue Daly mat or not. So if you all know that, let me know in the comments as well. Phyllis G is excited. She says, I didn't tell you all, tomorrow is my birthday. So happy birthday. She already got a birthday gift from Damali. Sandra Agger is here, says, good evening, tea and quilters, Cold East Hollow. Darlene saying happy birthday to Vicky. Judy too. My thoughts and prayers with you, Diane. That's from Kim. Deborah Quill says, T, the lady's name is Sue Daly. Thank you. Because I forget names because I really don't follow. I try not, I told you all, because I'm a quilter and I'm putting videos out, I really don't follow a lot of quilters. I'm following more homesteading videos than any quilting videos, but I do every now and then get to watch a few videos. And when I was told that Sue had some mats, I wanted to go check them out, so I checked out some of her videos. And then I went trying to go on Amazon to order, but then I saw where it says it was a Sue Daly mat, but had a different name. And so then I got confused, and I'm like, okay, I gotta wait. So thank you guys. And Kevin says, what a nice thing to do to Molly. How kind from Teresa. Judy says, I feel so bad for Texans. Prayers for you all. Yes, because they got really hit bad. Tom Eckery says, how sweet of you, Damali. That is super awesome. Phyllis says, happy February birthday, ladies and gents. Diane, this is why home should have wood stove backup. I got it. That's from Vicky. Leetta Bryan is here, says hi T&T Quilters. Hi Leetta. Cheryl Beans is here saying hello T and all. Hope everyone is staying warm. Hi to you as well. June Hansen says that was nice. C-Rex says, Diane, what part of town are you located? I'm near such and such. We'll let them figure that one out. It's better to give while I can. That's from Damali. That's so nice. Sue is here. She says, hi, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing tonight? And a very good evening to a very talented and generous person, to you, Miss T. Thank you. But it's through me to somebody else. I just decided not to keep it for myself. I just rather, if I needed it, I would have kept it. But I don't need it, so I am going to pass it along. I just want to pass. When I'm like Damali, when you want to give when you can, and that's what I try to do. Joyce Hernandez says, thank you to Phyllis G. Pretty awesome thought, Damali. Maria Maris says, thank you, Damali. That's wonderful of you. Phyllis says, thanks, T. Fair response to my question. Looking forward to the update review on rotary mats. Sue says, I'm glad I didn't call in sick from work. Really? She says, I'm glad I didn't call in sick from work, laughing out loud. Me, that's when I took my vacation days. I didn't drive when they had snow on the ground this time of year. I was like, I go to work every other day of the year so that I can use my vacation days when the weather was bad. And they already knew. I worked my first 20 years going to work every day no matter what. And then when I got older, I'm like, why are you doing that? It takes you 2 hours to get to work, 2 hours to get back home, all that stress. And I said, I'm not doing it anymore. So, and then I worked for healthcare organization. So if it snowed and all of that while you was at work, they wouldn't let you leave until they knew that they had enough staff to cover our clients. And it's like, I worked in the office, but it still didn't matter. Nobody was leaving until they had coverage for those consumers, which is what it should be. But it's like I didn't sign up for that, so I stopped going to work. Phyllis also says, thank you to Molly and T. Mary is here. Hi, Mary. Haven't seen you in a while, I think. She says, good evening, everybody. I'm trying to get through some of the hellos. Darlene Butler says, hi, T and T Quilters. I hope everyone is blessed, being safe and staying warm. Yes. Let's see. Joan Elkins come in and says, hi, T and everyone. Hi, Joan. Welcome. Mary says, go to the top. That's what I always say. I learned that from having a store. Yeah, you know, sometimes I try not to, like, when I first hit an organization, I try not to, like, ask for the supervisors. And then, you know, you try to get through and trying to make sure you can get to somebody that's kind of a little sane or something. Because I know when the first person that answers your phone, they really can't do anything for you. But I didn't even have to start he contacted me about doing some testing. And I'm like, well, I can't because machine's not working, you know. So, And it was on him because I wasn't even harassing them, but he continued to call me, and he even initiated first every conversation or grouping of conversations that we had. Butler's general manager instigated all of that. So, yes. I'm trying to go down and do some skip. Doris O says, good evening, TNT Quilters. I have just gotten back home from a 2-week retreat in Nags Head, North Carolina. We had a great time, 7 of us in a 12-room house on a beach. Now back to reality. Tamar Israel says, happy birthday to Phyllis G in advance. Hold on. Allegra Carey is here. Kathleen Champ says, hello, my friends. Hi, Kathleen. I'm skipping some of these comments, guys. I'm trying to make sure that I don't know how far down I am. You all are so far ahead of me. Yes, I did not succeed. My mat is still warped. $100 mat, and the company talked crap to me. I'll never buy any other products again. That is from Lynette, who was asking about the mat. Cheryl says the gas stations are running out of gas and roads are frozen, so no trucks. Wow. I'm trying to skip to see. Joyce Hernandez says her birthday is Saturday. Well, happy birthday to you. I'm trying to see if I can find. Come on, Teaquilters. 91 watching, 44 thumbs up. Let's give our scrap queen some thumbs up. That's from Kevin. Thank you so much. Susan T says, hi, T and everyone. I forgot what day it was, laughing out loud. That's all right. We don't have a true agenda. Deborah Quill says, T, I remember those days. Yes. Janine says, wish I could stop. Or Jeannie. I don't know if she's Janine or Jeannie. Kim says, I had a wonderful day. I made beef bourguignon and baked biscuits, then shared with neighbors. They loved it. That's nice. Dolores Phelps says, hi, T and T Quilters. Happy to be on tonight. Quote guesses, I know the feeling when they tell you that you have to stay. Try working 12-hour days and then go home. It's a bummer. Yes. And it was like, there is no way. So if it snowed while I was at work, I was like praying that they would let us out on time, let me out on time. But if they didn't, it was like, okay, I'm not coming back tomorrow. Lane says, risk life and limb to get to work. You can't be replaced in less than 24 hours. You got that right. You got that absolutely correct. People are still doing our birthday wishes. Remo says, my June Taylor mat, which I know your name, but I'm not going to say it in here, says my June Taylor mat and rotary cutting warp Joanne's fabric exchange for whatever I wanted. I called the company and they said that you want to use steam. Yeah, you can use, but you don't normally put iron on your mat. So I messed up a mat back here. It was like my already messed up mat because I was ironing with that wool Mustang thing, and I had it even folded double, but the moisture and the steam went through because it didn't have a wood barrier to block it. So I had to get rid of that, and I got another mat up here, and now I'm just using your typical cut and press mat. So I still got the wool mat underneath, but I'm not using the wool mat right now. The Molly says, all of your thanks are like giving me my flowers while I can smell them. That's really sweet. Bonita says, did anyone check out Kevin the Quilter's Instagram post about sledding with an old rotary mat? Yeah, he gonna go out there and hurt himself. He better stop. But he looked like he was having fun. That was too funny. Diane says, we're blessed to still have power and our internet can't get meds or groceries. Roads are horrible. So, yeah. Susan T says, I was in nursing for 40 years. I remember those days, too. Packing your clothes, leaving the house in the middle of snowstorms. So thankful I'm retired. Yes. Arlene's talking to Phyllis. I'm at the bottom. Good. No wool pad on cutting mats. You got that right. I learned that the hard way, but at least, like I said, it was one of my recycled mats where I had already cut off the 1 through 3 because I had already warped it when I went on a trip and it got bent in my car. I didn't realize I had put it where I put it between me and my husband packing up my stuff. It just got put in a bad spot. So, yeah. So, what have I done since Saturday? I guess I was on Saturday Live and I finished that Bear Paw quilt top. Of course, I'm not doing any quilting because the machine. I've been working on the machine the whole time. I still have a little surprise, even though you all on Facebook have seen my quilt top. There still is a little surprise that you all haven't seen. I don't give it all out at one time. So even though I won't have these items quilted, I will be showing you everything that I'm working on in my February completions. That is, if the snow gets out of my yard and off my deck, okay? So by the end of February, I'm hoping we won't have any snow out there that I can go out and do some recording. But I do have a few things like that. I'm thinking, other than that, I've been just basically dealing with the Butler representative. So I haven't done a whole lot of other sewing. I did a test block for this lady, and I'll just add that into my completions for the month of February. So I haven't done a whole lot. I'm looking at my wall and looking over at my stack to see what have I been working on. But like I said, when you work on a project for 3 full days straight, it kind of takes all of your energy at that point. So that's kind of what I'm working on. See what's going on. It says, I have ironed my huge mat one time and forgot it was underneath, so I took it to the beach and used the flat areas. Okay, so she used it underneath as a to sit on too. Susan says, going to read Kevin's Instagram, laughing out loud. What brand is the gray color mat? They will usually replace it. I have a gray mat. What is this mat? I can't even see the name on it because I'm not at the corner. It's back up in the corner that I got something on it. So I can't even see. But I do have a gray mat that I put in here to replace the one that I completely demolished. Lynette says, don't leave it in the car on a hot day either. Brand new, no good. Kevin says, Miss T, the last stitches are being ripped from your quilt as I watch you tonight. I used the gorgeous wood seam ripper you sold and gifted me with, and it worked beautifully. Well, thank you. Diane says, people in Houston were using trash can lids and cardboards to slide down the slopes. Yeah, you get creative. Kathleen, Kevin, I thought you were in Cali, laughing out loud. Did you shave your own snow? We're coming up a little short here. I think it skipped us and dropped in Texas. And Damali says, 3 cheers for retirement. You got that right. She says, I'm making masks again in pastel colors. That's pretty cool. And I still haven't made masks. I have one request from one of the ladies at the post office, and I just I even bought a dye and still haven't made a mask, okay? But I'm going to go into my CashApp and send back. I got to get my calculator. Okay. Go in here and send these ladies this money before I forget, because I have a short attention span. Okay, I'm going to pay that to Maria Mayer and Phyllis Garner. So I got both of you all checked. Click pay. Wants me to confirm my fingerprint. All right, says it just sent 2 payments. Okay, let's see. Oh, Janine says it is Fiskars. I kind of figured I probably got it at Joann's because I probably used a half off coupon code or something, because that's the only time I buy them. So thank you for that. Darcy says we need more thumbs up, people. Angela says, you can cut up old mats and use them in purse bottom crafts. Yes, that's true too. That's a good idea. But I always cut up my mats and use whatever parts I can. And Mary's telling Damali that Maz burned her out from someone. You got that right. Me too. Susan says that's a great idea. Angela. Vicky says, for my birthday, would you all give T the thumbs up under video? Thank you. That's sweet. Kathleen says, Mary, I went through that before surgery. Happy to say I started and completed a project. That's pretty good. And Kim also says that's a good idea, Angela. So yeah, so I don't really have a whole lot on my agenda today because I felt like I was going to have more blocks coming in from the post office. And I'm not getting any mail. I didn't have even letters in my post office box. So I'm sure that it's going to be a backup of mail coming in soon, regardless of whether it's blocks or other type of mail. But I don't really have a whole lot to say. So if you all got any quilt related questions, any newbies here, stuck with something, want some advice on something, we're more than willing to help. You want to share what projects you're working on, you can pop that in here as well, because otherwise I'm going to have to sign off 20 minutes early. Or I can just sit here and square up hair skirt triangles in front of you. Maria Quarterman says, hello, I found your channel when I started looking at long arm quilting videos. Well, welcome to the channel. Hope you subscribed and hit the notification bell. I do normally upload videos. I've just been so busy doing other stuff that I haven't had a chance to edit any videos currently. But I do plan to release some other videos. I'm also working on a project where I'm videotaping. I haven't worked on it in a couple of weeks now, but I want to make sure that I get all the steps on that completed before I even think about uploading anything. So that's kind of where that is, but I do have some videos I need to edit and upload. Penny Graham says, hold on. Penny Priscilla Graham says, awesome to be at your video. Please speak up, from Colorado. I have on a mic. I'm hoping that the mic is still working. That's the best I can do. I'm thinking I got a pretty loud mouth. I'll cut it up a little bit, see if it works. But other than that, I can't really help with the volume. It might be on your end. Nobody else is saying anything about the volume. Susan says, T, how did your guild set up their Zoom retreat? This was our first time doing it, and we just had projects that were free online. We actually kept the retreat free. We even invited ex-members of the guild, since we didn't have to actually pay any money for the retreat. So it was very informal, and then we just had different times that we met online to show our progress or to talk about whatever, for real. I think we're looking for suggestions on how we can improve the retreat, and that's kind of where we are at this point. But I enjoyed it because it got me to work on a particular project that the group was working on at the same time. And also, some of the quilters in the group hadn't sewed since we've been in lockdown last year, almost a year. We went to retreat last year, and then in early March is when the pandemic shutdown happened. So a lot of them had not been sewing all year. So it was good for some of them to get back their sewing mojo. Angela, I read that somewhere. Phyllis G says, anyone please let me know when you retreat in North Carolina or nearby again. Diane 57, I will be in MB next week, 4 week. Judy says, working on Harry Potter lunchbox, I guess. Kathleen says, I started creeping around the sewing room just a minute each day. Mary, then Teresa popped on and I jumped up. And I know you'll better get back before you know it. Or I don't know what she's talking about, because spell check has decided to help her. And Maria says, thank you. You're welcome. I knew you meant lunchbox, Judy. Carol Green says, hi, T and everyone. Hi, Carol. Jackie says, I'm sewing on my binding on a crazy quilt. And hold on, my screen just jumped. Oh, that's because a CashApp came up. Okay, I'll get that in a second. Working on binding on a crazy quilt while watching. June says, I got my great nephew's quilt done. Now I'm going to finish a couple of UFOs. Phyllis says, thank you. And T and Damali, cash received. Yes, money's always good. Kathleen says, you're loud and clear, T. Thank you. Thank you, T. Good night, all. Bye, Teresa. Kim says, Mary, I kind of lost mine too. I have been cutting pre-cuts that I've gifted fabric and I finally got it done. Elaine says, how old is thread that is too old for quilting or sewing? You have to do your thread test. The thread will tell you when it's too old for quilting or sewing. If you pull your thread, you take a chunk of thread and then you go in and pull it back. And if it pops, then you don't want to sew with it. But if it withstands this, then your thread's good to go. You just do a thread test. There is no shelf life for thread. Teresa says, that is much allowed. I'm going to cut this back down. Thank you, Teresa. Because I'm like, nobody else has an issue. It's that one person, so it must be their device. Deborah Quilt says, I finished 4 bear paw blocks today in between going up to Richard's mom. So she's working on the bear paw project too. She was at the virtual retreat we had. Dolores says volume was low for me also, better now. So it's in the middle. It's in the middle. So I'll give you one up and that's it. Because it's fine for everybody else and I'm speaking through a mic, so it should be fine. June saying loud and clear here as well. Diana Mulligan says, thank you. Love your help always. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Hold on. I must have missed something. My screen jumps. That's why I'm having some issues. Hold on. I don't know what she's thanking for. Oh, no. I made all of those 9 patches. They were supposed to scrub to 9.5, but could only get 9 inches square. Wow. I hate when I do a whole lot of cutting or something and it doesn't come out right. Okay, so Damali says it gets better when you bow your head. Yes, turn up is better. Thank you. So apparently my mic must be too low. So let me see if I can hook it up. So it's going to make a little noise, guys. See if I can get it up higher without increasing the volume. Okay, so that's a little bit closer to my mouth. Francis Jackson says, hello, T and everyone. Hi, Francis. And, oh, that was Diana Mulligan that gave the $5 Cash App. So thank you so much. Appreciate that. Lisa says, I'm piecing a quilt back. That's pretty good. That's one of those tasks we kind of hate to do sometimes. So that's good. I didn't see anything last year. Susan says, I cleaned and oiled a new to me Singer 404 perfect stitch. So happy. Yes, I like that when you can get a good machine at a great, hopefully at a great price. Sheila says, still working on the Clio. Just started putting together. That's good. And Diana says, thank you. Love your help always. That's really sweet. Sheila says, oh, I read Sheila's. I'm sorry. Tiffany. Wait a minute. Where was Tiffany? Okay, maybe I'm just, oh, Phyllis is saying Tiffany. Tiffany is not here today. Anyone heard from her? I'm like, did I just move the screen again? But it's Diane or Phyllis G asking for her. Diane says, get a hold of me when you get here, Phyllis. So they're making a date for me Tiffany is watching movies with her husband. Deborah says, T, I am new to your channel. Can I partake in the block swap? Anybody can partake in the block swap. You don't have to even be a subscriber, but if you see the video, you just need to Google Teaquilts, and it's the Evening Star block swap. There's a standalone video, and it has a link for the cutting instructions for the block as well, and the instructions on how to sew it is in the video. So you can just follow those 2 links, and that'll get you the information that you need. But anybody can participate. I'll see if I can find you a link in a second if nobody else pops it in here first. Jean says, put thread in the freezer and then moisture a lot of times bring your life back to thread. I have not tried that. Darlene says, I like you louder, T. Yes, it's too low. That's better. That's better. I have an extra speaker because I need to hear you. So yes, closer is better. So that's good. Okay. Diane says Tiff was on with Becca. Phyllis G says hello and welcome to the newbies. So yes. So let me see if I can go find. Because everybody can't post a link. Only a moderator can do that. But I will go up here and get you the actual link. Share. Copy this link. And then I'm going to come over here and paste it for you guys. So anybody that wants the block swap information, the link for the pattern, it's not a pattern. It's just where I send you in the comment section or in the description box is a link to my website that will take you straight to the cutting instructions, and it also has the rules for how you're going to swap. So you must follow those rules, otherwise your blocks will not be swapped. And Remo says, come on everyone, thumbs up. Yes, and thank you, Tom. I see Tom was trying to go get it too, but only a moderator can post any link. So just remember that when you're in comments, people put emails or links to other websites, they won't let that stuff go through. They just automatically put it into spam. So that's kind of how it works. Trying to think if there was anything else. My goals, I really don't have any because I'm kind of like just dealing with that long arm the whole process, and me having to move stuff from underneath so that I could get up under it, and talking back and forth with the dealers, and then me having to get tools and messing with stuff on the frame, trying to see if this will help and if that will help. I was kind of like I'm done for the week. I can't even think. Today, once I got that box in the mail, I've been just kind of chilling. I had my daughter's dog today because I dropped, yesterday was my daughter's birthday. And so I didn't go out in the snow to go where she lived. I just went to the post office right before it was supposed to close, but they had apparently been closed all day. But I wanted to go take her something for her birthday. So I took her some food, stopped at a restaurant, got her some food, and then I also gave her a birthday gift. And then her little dog wanted to come home with me. So I had her dog for about 5 or 6 hours today, and she came and picked up her dog. So I've just been chilling today because I just needed a relaxed, brain stress-free day because it's been very stressful. I've been trying to ignore the fact that the long arm wasn't sewing right now, electronically anyway. And so I've been kind of just chilling. So I haven't made any major plans at this time. So Maria says, good night, everyone, and thanks, T and Damali. You're welcome, Maria. Bye-bye. And Deborah says thanks as well. And I keep saying Deborah Sims because I have a line dancing friend whose name is Deborah Sims. And it's pretty cool. And so that's who your name reminds me of. She lives out of Indiana. Close to Gary, Indiana. I wonder who was from Gary, Indiana. Susan says, love your sweatshirt tee. Thank you. Appreciate that. Elaine says, stay well, stay warm, and stay safe, everybody. Same to you, Elaine. Damali says, you are welcome, Maria. Stay warm. Good night. Yes. So I don't have anything else to add. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to eat for dinner, I guess, and call it a night. And Diane's laughing out loud, talking about hard to keep. I'm thinking she's probably saying hard to keep warm. Kathleen says, I'll say goodnight to you. You all have a blessed rest of the week. See you soon. Bye-bye, Kathleen. And so I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, too, because I have nothing else to add. And I hope that you all will come back on Saturday where hopefully I have a project, something here that I can show you all that I'm sewing on. I think my sewing chats on Saturday, I may be bouncing around on different projects because maybe I'll start some projects, but I also probably would, my goal is a lot of these containers up here that you all can see, those are works in progress, and I need to like start moving some of those things forward as well. So we'll see which one I eventually come up with as far as what I'm going to work on Saturday, but appreciate you all. Oh, she says hard to keep your deb separated. That's what she was saying. Okay. Cheryl says, my twin sis finished her first quilt today. I'm so proud. That is awesome. And thinking of that, Kevin's sister has started sewing. So he's really happy about that. That is really cool. It's really great when you can get another family member involved in sewing or quilting because now you got somebody you can do that with. That's pretty cool. You meet at each other's house so you're not just doing it alone anymore. So that is awesome. So a lot of people are going ahead and getting their good nights in. So I'm going to go ahead and say good night here to everybody. Please stay blessed, stay safe. Hope you all are having power. Everything's okay in your life. And quilt out.